If you mess up your fourth down, then you give the ball to the other team.
Right, it's called turnover.
And if you clear the 10 yards, then you're back at first down?
First down, that's right.
Man, it's confusing.
Hey, you just gotta play it a couple times. It all makes sense. Let's go.
Okay. One of these buildings look like a mirror to me.
Well, we'll head to Central Grounds. Should be able to see most of the campus from there. Stay, Callus. What kind of name is Callus, anyways?
Not my fault you forgot to ask Tommy his name.
Callus.
Hello everyone, and welcome to our The Last of Us Let's Play. We continue our journey with the University. Go Bighorns. Aw boy, we found a flamethrower. This is going to be incredibly beneficial, especially if we happen to find some infected. They are definitely not going to be a fan of getting burned alive, but they're already dead, so I guess it doesn't really truly matter. But the people that inhabit those bodies at one time probably would not be a fan of knowing that their corpse is going to be kind of desecrated, but nevertheless, we'll do the best we can. But this is an incredibly efficient weapon, and I do look forward to being able to take full advantage of it, especially in these upcoming scenarios. Continuing to find some really good supplies. There was a workbench over there, so we'll loop back over to that in a few moments, but I definitely want to take a look around and see what might be in this building, just to make sure that there aren't some infected or something that could cause some issues for us. Now we are starting to find ourselves in some interesting areas over here. I'm going to slowly kind of creep around just a bit. It's like Ellie's down there kind of holding down the fort, so to speak. Let's actually venture back over to the staircase here because it looks like we may have another level. Everything appears pretty quiet so far. I will say I'm not hearing any fireflies, no scientists making some noise talking about how they're going to cure the world or anything like that just yet.
There was a lookout here.
That's a good sign.
8:29. Nothing. Didn't they say people were coming? What's the point of being out here if nothing happens? 9:1. Still nothing. Mark, quit your bitchin'. Plenty of time to read up here. Working guard duty on the science lab, that's true misery. 9:14. 5 new recruits from the Chicago QZ. Finally one of them gave me a pack of smokes for doing a good job. Sweet. 10:5. 6 guys from HQ. Takes 6 guys to deliver 1 truck. Must be worse out there than I remember. Supply delivery from HQ. By the way, snagged 2 apples from one of those crates. Left you 1. Enjoy. 10:31. 10 million werewolves. Let 'em in just for you, Andrea. Happy Halloween. 11:5. Recon went to scavenge supplies from town. Recon returned. Roger yelled at me for sleeping. Prick. 12:20. 1 biologist from San Francisco. Guy's a real asshole. Watch out for him. 3 new recruits and escort. At least they wished me a Merry Xmas. Didn't feel like telling them I was Jewish. 2:22. 10 crates from UT Hospital. Lot of lab stuff.
Should we get a move on or hang out here some more?
It's like Ellie's getting a little antsy, but nevertheless, I do need to spend some time actually looking in here just to make sure we're not missing any fireflies or anything that could be of any true value. We've been making a little bit of noise, but nobody's shown themselves just yet. But that is not to say that there might not still be somebody maybe lurking around. Maybe a scientist will jump out of one of these crates and be like, hello, I'm here to save the day. – Let's quickly venture over to the workbench and see what kind of weaponry we can upgrade along with some of our stats.
This is a good spot. Yeah, this is good. Scoot on back.
So, these places, people would live here and just study, even though they were all grown up?
Yeah, study, party, and find themselves. Figure out what they wanted to do with their lives.
What they wanted to do with their lives. That's a giant ram. You guys were like some idol worshippers.
When it came to sports, hell yeah.
Ooh, it's getting chilly.
It's that time of year.
Hey, over there. Is that it?
It does look like a giant mirror.
How many people you think are there? Fireflies, I mean.
I reckon it takes quite a crew to run that operation.
You think there'll be other people my age?
I'm not sure. Whoa. What is it?
Sounds like runners.
Stay with the horse. I'll go check it out.
You sure?
Yes, I don't want him running off. I'll be right back.
Well, it definitely appears that we have several runners. They're obviously not going to be very kind, and ultimately they could create some issues for us. So, of course, we're going to break out the shotgun.
Looks like someone jerry-rigged this thing.
We had to rig up the door to the generator upstairs. Please use it sparingly as we're running out of gas. Well, that's unfortunate. That means we're going to have to go up there with the runners, and they're not going to be very nice, of course. They're obviously going to be very problematic in many cases. So we're going to slowly but surely kind of creep our way over there and really hope for the best here. As of the moment, everything looks okay. But as we usually know, things are going to probably work out a little bit less clear than that. So, of course, we're going to switch over to the pistol just in the off chance that we need to hopefully use it to take out some of these runners. Now this cable does go in here, so we're going to quickly be finding that one of them is going to be relatively close. Unfortunately, there are quite a bit of them over here, unfortunately. Now, unlike the clickers, these ones actually are able to kind of see with their eyes, so they could become a very big problem if we're not careful. I'm going to try to sneak around and see if there's a potential way to maybe use some of the environment potentially to allow us to kind of get access to them. So this one appears to be a little bit more agile than the other ones. Now, if you can see, it looks like his hands were very, very bloody. He is definitely somebody that had unfortunately ripped and tore into somebody, so it's probably best that we got him taken out of commission. Now, we have this generator over here, but I'm curious the best way to go about this. I almost feel like maybe we should loop back around, set up a booby trap, and then we can head all the way back over, use the brick to actually lure them outside of the room. This may work out to our benefit, or it could potentially leave us in a very interesting position, but Nevertheless, I am definitely up for the challenge, though. Now, we needed to make another one of these because, unfortunately, as they pile all out of that room, the first bomb is going to explode pretty quickly. I don't think that we're really going to have a whole lot of opportunity to stagger this. Just with how these guys are kind of set up, I think that they're ultimately going to really rush out of there pretty quickly. Now, we just have one left. Of course, I could pop the generator right now, but we just have somebody that's a little bit proactive. Let's see if we can't get this going here as quickly as possible. She thought she was going to go for that flank. Look at her. She thought she was going to tear right into my beautiful neck right there, and little did she know we were well prepared for any kind of advancements by the infected. So ultimately, we came out on top. I think that was a pretty good way to go about that. We actually saved a lot of ammunition, and in terms of explosives, we got to take advantage of those as well. And I think that we ultimately really showed off our prowesses for those kind of situations.
I was thinking I would have wanted to be an astronaut.
That a fact.
Yeah. Can you imagine being up there all by yourself? Would have been cool. I'm just saying. I'll stay with Callus.
I hate that name.
What about you? What'd you want to be?
Well, when I was a kid, I used to want to be a singer.
Shut up.
No, serious.
Sing something.
No.
Come on, I won't laugh.
I don't think so.
Joel, please. Aw, are those monkeys?
Yeah, a whole mess of them.
That was kind of awesome.
Well, first time seeing a monkey?
First time seeing a monkey. Should we have seen someone by now?
Maybe these guys like to keep a low profile.
Yeah, maybe. Hey, look. Fireflies.
I see it.
This is good. First sign of fireflies.
All right, let's try that gate. I'll be right back.
I'll be here. There it is.
Beggars. You too.
This won't budge.
Lucky for us, we did actually find a map. Obviously, it did have some points of interest on it, but it does look like we actually need to get to the other side of that gate. It does appear to be locked here at the moment, but everything seems to be pretty well occupied over here. I'm not seeing any infected just yet. Looks like the courtyard might be pretty clear for the most part. A little bit of graffiti on the wall, but that never hurt anybody, right? As per the usual, it looks like laundry became a secondary option for many of these college students. I think that's just kind of how it works. Regardless of the apocalypse, I feel like laundry is always going to take a second seat, especially in these situations. But let's actually look for some supplies real quick, see if there's any goodies. 118. 9 goddamn months of waiting and still nothing. No word from anyone. Found some additional cans of food in the dining commons, but they won't last. Had an incident at the Eastern Hall barricade, but everything's still secure. 131. I caught a glimpse of a group of those things running around. I saw one that looked like Heather. Maybe it was Heather. Fuck. 210. Since batteries are running short, they're now only listening to the radio once a night. I gave up on that since the last broadcast. It's been 3 fucking months. Why do they bother? 225. Cheryl was smoking out yesterday, said she needed it. She got pissed when I threw out her stash. She doesn't get it. We need to keep a clean head here. Someone's going to have to go into town and get more supplies. It's probably going to be me.
Wonder how long you held out.
I'll say the biggest thing that's a little concerning is to find ammunition in kind of a college dorm. I don't feel like that aged too well ultimately, and it doesn't look like they were able to take advantage of it, but nevertheless, we will definitely take advantage of it. It looks like as a science student, he got a little crafty, it appears.
Damn it, spores.
Alright, so let's make sure we set ourselves up for success here. Obviously got the shotgun in hand, ready to go in the off chance that we need to break this bad boy out and blast these guys into the next century. It does appear that most of them are clickers, which ultimately is pretty good. I mean, clickers are a little bit more easy to take care of than the runners because they just don't have any eyesight, and ultimately we're able to kind of sneak up behind them and use our shivs to take care of them. We have something down there making a tremendous amount of noise, which is very concerning. Now, as of the moment, we've been able to successfully take out a few of them, but obviously we do have a little bit of scavenging that we can do, hopefully looking for any kind of blades, but once again, we're seeing a lot of them using pretty much some weaponry in the dorms, and I don't know if that's probably acceptable to the dean, but nevertheless, it does look like it's going to work out in our benefit, so I think that's going to be okay. School policy set to the side. That's really all I care about is some of the benefits that we'll be able to take advantage of. Now, we do have a very big boy over here, but I feel like we should probably leave him alone. I mean, of course, we could have taken advantage with our flamethrower, but that may not be the way to go about it. Now, unfortunately, us bashing this door in is going to make a tremendous amount of noise, so I guess if we get to really beating on it as quickly as possible, we may be able to get this open just in the nick of time. Now, as we head over to level 2 here, it does look like we're going to continue on with our journey here. Now, with that being a bloater, the question is he smart enough to actually navigate up to the second level? And hopefully he will not be coming back for vengeance, as we did take out quite a bit of his friends.
Joel, are you okay? What happened in there?
More infected, I'm fine.
Here, come up on the gate.
We're going to quickly double time it over to the generator real quick, just so that we can actually be fully ready to go. I just fear that he's going to quickly be coming, and he's probably not going to be very nice, and I definitely do not want him to get over to where Ellie's at, because that could be very bad.
Let's try the gate.
You did it!
Yeah, come on through. Scooch.
Those clickers. You think they were fireflies?
No. No, I don't think so.
Why would they have infected so close to the lab?
Well, Bill used them as a form of defense. Maybe they're doing the same.
Yeah, I could see that.
Come on.
No guards. No nothing.
Yeah, I'd expect to see someone by now. Let's get inside.
Hey, what about over there?
It's rusted shut. We'll have to find another way.
Maybe we can get over it.
We have a very large trash can over here. Let's see if we can't move this over and push it down this slope. I think it's actually going to pick up quite a bit of momentum.
All right, not what I had in mind, but it'll do.
Does look like we have a door over here. Fortunately, got a couple of boxes kind of blocking the way, unfortunately. However, we do have a very large container over here that we may be able to use to kind of get up to the tippy top. Taking a quick look at the best way to get up there, it looks like kind of attacking it potentially from maybe going to retrieve this and just getting a little extra room so we can bounce our way all the way up there. I think it's going to give us just enough with this being a little bit larger. We could bring over the horse, of course, and try to really climb on top and then move over, but...
All right, we're inside. Come on, kiddo, give me your hand. There you go.
Thanks. Let's look around.